What do, everybody? This is Courtney, and I'm ready to do a review. Another review on a movie called Tales from the Hood 2. Now listen, y'all, I done recorded parts of this review about 3-4 times. And shit happens and all that stuff. Girl, child, I be so done with it, bruh. But we're gonna do it, and I'm gonna try to do my best to keep this review under 25 minutes. We're gonna see. Cut tends to ramble, but we're gonna work on that. Okay. Tales from the Hood 2. I didn't even know we had one. Shot the shit out of me when I looked on Netflix and I saw Tales from the Hood 2. And I thought, wait a minute, when that come on? And come to find out it was done this year. Okay. So, if anybody remember the first Tales from the Hood, which is a classic to me, I fucking love it. And I know there's probably some motherfuckers that didn't see for it. And, you know, that's your opinion. This is mine. Okay. So, as we know, Tales from the Hood is an anthology movie. And this second one follows the same format. Now, we got a new Undertaker. His Keith David from, everybody know him from Greenleaf, the pastor, and all that stuff. I love his voice. His voice is like buttered rum, bruh. A beautiful ass, sexy ass voice. So he's the Undertaker. Okay, so we got 4 stories and we got an overarching story. So technically we might well say 5. And the first one, which is really the intro, is called Robo Hell. Okay, we got Dumbass Bitch. That's what the robot calls him. Dumbass Bitch. Is this white dude. He done made his millions and billions of dollars through private prisons. And his company is working on this, basically might well say RoboCop. Basically who is going to be the judge, jury, and the executioner. And for its AI, for it to learn or recognize criminals and not, it needs first-hand experiences, also second-hand. So basically what they said, they're going to use stories. And so that's where the Undertaker comes in. Okay, he meets Dumbass Bitch. Now, mind you, his real name is Dumas Beach. But the robot call him Dumbass Bitch. So I'm going to call him Dumbass Bitch. So Dumbass Bitch, racist, entitled, misogynistic, bitch ass motherfucker. He's all of that, and he's probably not even 5'2", 5'3". He's a short motherfucker to be all of that shit. And you can see he comes on strong to his female co-workers and everything, grabbing puss, grabbing booties, doing all motherfucking shit. And he basically tried to slick shade Pastor Greenleaf. And, you know, talking about, I know about your kind, all your brothers and sisters, and they make me millions of dollars up in my motherfucking jails and all that fucking shit. And so, Mr. Greenleaf, Pastor, I'm going to call him Pastor. You can probably hear me calling him Pastor. Pastor decided he going to tell him 4 stories. And so the first story is called Good Golly. Okay. These friends, black girl, white girl, they had the same hairdo and everything. They finds this motherfucking museum called the Museum of Negrosity. And it basically shows like all the fuck shit for our racist ass history of this fucking country, and which most of us still haven't done. But anyhow, we ain't go into that. And so black girl, like, you know, it has like the whole museum has number like Sambo dolls and black faces, paraphernalia, Aunt Jemima shit, and all that stuff. And so black girl, she picks up this mug and it has, you know, big eyes, wide nose, big lips, and all that shit. And she laughing like, what is this? Who does this? Who does this look like? And all that. And the curator of the fucking museum, he said, you think that's funny? And I'm like, bitch, that, to be honest, that look like you, ho. It look just like you. So homeboy basically tells him, you know, the history through the museum and all the shit. Try to educate these motherfuckers, especially the sister. The sister worked my fucking nerves. That bitch worked my nerves. I was ready to snatch them extensions out her goddamn fucking head. And so, white girl says that, you know, what was the white girl name? I don't forgot these two bitches now. Okay, so she basically said she came there to get a Golly doll. And, you know, like a Raggedy Ann, a simple looking Raggedy Ann doll. And so basically said her grandma had a collection of them, and she inherited it from her grandma. But she missed the one doll. I guess that was her a version of a fucking teddy bear, y'all. And so she saw that he has one, and she wants to give him $800 for it. And homeboy said, I done had motherfuckers give me that offer me way more than that. And I said no, and you ain't getting shit out of here, bitch. Basically. And now mind you, when they showed the fucking Golly Gosh doll, I'm gonna say Golly Wog or whatever that damn doll, that Raggedy Ann looking that black ass doll. Right beside it had the Muppet. They had the doll, the evil doll, from the first Tales from the Hood. From my favorite story off of that one with the racist ass fucking politician. And so they leave and all that fucking shit. Which I knew they were gonna pull this stunt. They decided to come back and and the white girl brought her brother, which is the black girl who's fucking, and come to find out white girl is fucking her black best friend's brother. And so they bust up in there, and her white girl mainly just to get that goddamn doll and all the stuff. And the brother and the black girl, you know, they acting raunchy, hunching on each other, and they see this black's whipping post. And the black girl, she motherfucker wrapped around it and all that stuff. You know, they doing some race play fetish shit or whatever. And he got the whip and talking about you know, whip ass and all that kinky ass or, you know, fetish shit or whatever. And so homegirl, the black girl, she falls back with the post, right? And when she fell back, she knocked into the white boy, and the white boy knocked into the white girl and made the girl drop the case with the black Raggedy Ann doll. And so so that happens, glass everywhere. But man, the doll ain't where she dropped it. That motherfucker done disappeared. And so they go and get the post off her and all that stuff. And sister girl, the white girl, trying to look for the goddamn doll. And so she finds the doll, and come find out she bleeding. And so when the brother snatches the doll from her and chunks it, the doll magically lands on the chair. And then the camera switches, and you see this big 7-foot motherfucker. It's the Gollywog, Golly Gosh doll and everything. And he motherfucker goes to work. Black girl, she haul ass and run. The doll monster got the motherfucking whip, snaps it. It goes around her neck. She falls within the doorway. Now, mind you, the doorway of the goddamn museum looks like this big old black face. And so she falls. The teeth of the doorway falls down on her and motherfucking chops her in half. I hollered. That shit was funny. And so he pushed the brother into the chair. And then the brother, he gets the whipping of his fucking life. And basically, he gets gutted. And so the monster doll turns around, got that whip ready for that black girl, for that white girl. And white girl puts on that white girl charm and talking about, you mean so much to me, I love you and everything, don't we love each other? How about we do this? Let's go half on some babies, bitch. And everything, and you know, white puss power strong, and that black doll motherfucker fell for it. And this thing, you know, many moons later, it shows homegirl. She's laid up in the bed, tied up, and her belly is huge. And there goes the curator. The curator is basically putting tarp around her area and all that stuff. And she's like, I need to go to the hospital and everything, you know, for the sake of my babies and all that stuff. And I'm like, girl, bad. And so he goes and said, you know, don't worry, when you die, I'm going to bury you with, next to your brother and your best friend. And so he goes outside the room and finishes the tarp part. And then out her belly comes these motherfucking babies. Y'all, it's these little hand about this big size ass fucking golly gosh, Gollywog dolls, whatever. They just pop it out of her motherfucking belly like popcorn, y'all. and all that stuff. And she like, "My babies, I love you." And then the curator, that motherfucker hollering, laughing. And he turned around and looked at the doll, at the Gollywog doll, and said, "Look at you. Fucking white girls are getting them pregnant, being the motherfucking stereotype." He said something else and everything, but that's the end of that. And I was like, Lord Jesus, what am I watching? What am I watching? And so the second story is called The Medium. And it starts off with, okay, like they in this car garage. And with this car garage and all that stuff, they had this old ex-pimp, 3-ass fucking goon ass thug niggas. And so they try to find out where this $5 million is at, because he done motherfucking stashed $5 million. Now, man, old pimp done changed his fucking ways. He done found the alert, and he's doing good for his community. He done opened up 3 laundromats and a grocery store, and he's getting ready to pop open 2 magnet schools for his hood. And I'm like, well, go ahead, brother, and all that stuff. But the other head goon ain't hearing that. He all about himself, and he all about money and all that shit. He ain't care shit about the goddamn community. And so they see they can't beat the location of the money out of them. So they pull out, the head goon and one dude talking about, go get this bitch. He got a girlfriend who's this jazz singer or some fucking shit. And so Pimp is talking to the other dude, and Pimp spills the other dude tea. When homeboy was up in the motherfucking jail, he would get his back blowed out by this other nigga and stuff like that. And we all know about the whole down low shit, getting and all that motherfucking shit, homophobic shit and all and everything and all that fucking stuff. And so, how it deal with black culture and all that shit. And so, homeboy gets the motherfucker in his feelings. He gets scared because he think his tea gonna get spilled, and so he kills the pimp. And so everybody like, goddamn, now how we gonna find this money? The scene changes. It goes to this a stage and all that stuff where this medium, he's getting ready to do his fucking show. And it basically shows you the in and out, like how these motherfuckers are conniving, some of them. Now, I do believe in psychics. There are some true ones out there, but he ain't one of them. And so, the dude, one of the goon dudes, they see it on TV. And they say, like, now we know how to get this money. And so, they use XO Pimp girlfriend as a motherfucking Helen of Troy, kind of like whatever. And basically they bust in the medium's house and all that stuff. And they like, listen, you gonna talk to the dead and find us this money. And the medium like, I don't know nothing about that. I don't do that. They must be. I lied, bro. I was lying. And they like, well, if you lying, guess what? We're gonna still kill you and just snatch your shit. And so, homeboy, the medium goes up in the bathroom. He's spazzing and everything. So he said, let me go on, put on the show. Oh, he puts on the show all right, for sure. Them spirits are real, and they motherfucker use them as their vessel. Every motherfucker that them goons killed, they start speaking out that darn medium. And the last one to speak was the old pimp dude. Now, old pimp dude, he pissed that this new body he is in has a smaller dick than he is. But the upside, the upside of it, he got way more money. And so he kills each one of the goons. The one that was pressed about his tea being spilled, he snapped that neck around 360. The other dude, he basically, pimp dude dropped the vase and made homeboy swallow that fuck out that glass, and tore out his all esophagus and all that fucking shit. And so with the other dude, he electroshocks that dude. Basically, the wires from the ceiling, everything goes up in him and lets his ass on fire. But the funny part about that one, right, is when they show the end seed of this sword. And it shows, it's new people there and all that stuff like that, in the audience. Now, mind you, I think this medium, being that he got that dead spirit in him, I think he can probably talk to other ghosts or whatnot. But it's the way he busted out and then had his little tenderoni with him. She said, Sashay, Shantae on stage. And he was like, what's up, motherfuckers? What's up, motherfuckers? Y'all motherfuckers ready to talk to some dead people? I was up in here. Y'all, I was in here hollering. I said, oh my God. I said, y'all can't tell they ain't the same man. But that one was funny. Okay, the next one is, hold up, y'all. The next one is date night. Now, this one disturbed me some. And all that stuff. Okay, so it had these two dudes, white dude, black dude. Now the black dude I follow on Instagram, and if I'm right, that dude from New Orleans, the one with the dreads. So they done picked up these bitches through Tinder, and they go over to the girls' houses for a date night, play a card game and all that shit, and then white dude drugs these girls drinks, and they carry them upstairs. They done strip them naked, except for their underwear. And they got a camera set up. So these motherfuckers are serial goddamn rapists, right? And they arguing, going back and forth, talking about who gonna fuck who first. And I'm just sitting here like, y'all talking about this shit like a motherfucker trying to figure out, do he want white or dark chicken from Popeyes? That's what that worked my nerve. That turned my fucking stomach out. And so when bruh man is looking through the damn camera, he don't see no bodies. I don't think he see it's the fucking bra and panties. And he like, wait a minute, what the fuck going on? White dude look at it. He said, what the fuck is that? Is the camera broken? Next thing you know, you hear hissing. Turn around, look. Them bitches are fucking vampires, y'all. That's when I started cackling. That's when I started laughing my ass off. I said, if y'all don't kill these two fools, them motherfucking bitches jumped them fools and gnaw on them literally to death. But they didn't stay dead. They woke the hell up, y'all. They woke the hell up in this dungeon part. And cage right in front of them is this cage full of vampires. They look hungry. They look thirsty. They look ashy. They need lotion. And so this big screen TV pops up and, basically it said, who's the bigger predator? Who the biggest predator? Them bitches. And all that stuff. That's what y'all bitch ass motherfuckers get. And basically they say, most of the time our prey do die. But sometimes they don't. But see, we can't let y'all out in the open and everything, out in the public, just for y'all to go out willy-nilly. And all that stuff like that. So they basically feed the vampires with them two fools, which was justice. So much justice, y'all. I was very happy. And the fourth story was the sacrifice. Let me tell y'all something about that sacrifice. I cried some on that sacrifice. I did. I cried some. And I want to say it's like the new version of the first one. Because I swear for Lord that house looked like the same house from the first Tales from the Hood. And all that stuff. It looks exactly almost like it. And so there's this black dude, this black what should I call him, a millennial? I don't even fucking know. But he got his wife. Him and his wife expecting a baby. His wife is white, and they done had troubles with carrying kids full term. So he's a campaign manager for this white Republican who's also racist. He was the mayor of that town, but he's running for governor. And he's a campaign manager. He's all about money. I'm talking about the brother. He's all about money. He don't see race. He trying to figure out like why black folks bring up race and everything. And yeah, that's that typical ass shit. Some of these motherfuckers spill. And so the mother come check on her daughter-in-law and all that stuff. And the mother is trying to get his ass in check. You need to motherfucking be hip and be wise and see what the fuck is going on, see what the fuck you doing, and all that stuff like that. But he ain't listening to, all blacks don't have to be Democrats and all that stuff. Why they gotta do with this monolithic thinking? Which, okay, I get that monolithic thinking. I'm not a motherfucking Democrat. And everything, I ain't no Republican either. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm just here. Because in my eyes, they both snakes. It's just according who's the biggest snake in the garden. You know what I'm saying? So... And so the wife, she comes out, she has these episodes that make you think that she motherfucking crazy and all that stuff. But she says she sees a boy out there in the yard, and the boy is trying to take their kid and stuff like that. And so you flash back in the day, and all this stuff. And there's this two white dudes. They pull up on this old man's house, and they looking for so and so, and they got a boy in the truck, and you could tell it's back in the day, like in the 50s or 60s or something like that. And they say nigger a whole lot, nigger boy, and all that stuff. And now, man, y'all know I say nigger. I do. I say it. But, most black people know it's a difference. It is what it is. I say nigga, It's a habit that I'm trying to break, y'all, but it's hard. Okay, so they go and bust and get one of the boys out of there. And while I'm watching this, I'm like, why is he doing this? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? And they go back and forth between present day and the past. And so the doctor come, and and basically talking about she need rest and all that stuff like that. And so we get to the day of the campaign dinner, and they got this white dude who look like he could be Carl on Sanders' goddamn brother. All white, what I call a catfish mustache and all that fucking shit and everything. And he's talking, saying praises to the brother, but he keeps harping on about he has a white wife and all that shit like that. And and he's talking like, let's make America great. And then they said Mississippi. I like, yep, that sounds about right. And listen, I'm from Mississippi. I still live here and all that stuff. Mississippi got a motherfucking torrid ass fucking history. You know what I'm saying? They still do Klan marches. And they still hanging motherfucking niggas and all kind of fucking shit. And there's some spots in this state that you know not to go through after dark. And so it is what it is. And I'm quite sure it's like that, and in states all around this country. You know what I'm saying? But I only know of my state. And so it seems like after that campaign dinner, and when the wife busts out and goes into the yard, and you see the ghost of the boy from the past, that's when the reality of this present reality starts shifting. You get what I'm saying? And so when the white people go and snatch the boy and take the boy to the damn when they take the baby to this barn or whatever, and this black boy trying to listen, just say you sorry, do whatever. Now young black boy, he held this ground. I like, that's right, baby. Be strong. If you gonna go out. Don't go out like no coward, baby. Go out strong. Go out like a man, and all that stuff. And then you're going back and forth. And this what got me. Said what like you got some. What you say? You think you got some gall that you whistled at a white woman? I like, wait a minute. I like, hold up. And so the mama, she leaves. Now we talking about president. The mama leaves, and she goes to get somebody. She go get this what the brother man said, voodoo doctor, root worker, conjure, and all that stuff. Voodoo priest or whatever. And he goes and talks to the ghost and all that stuff. And you're gonna keep hearing about sacrifice. You got to make a sacrifice and stuff like that. And so when like the reality starts to change. And so when the wife talking about her baby, her belly getting smaller, he's shrinking, which you could honestly see her pregnant belly is shrinking. He calls the doctor. The doctor shows up again and all that stuff. And when black dude talking about, he calls the doctor by his first name, the doctor shifts his shoulder away like it's Dr. Gwyneth, like that. And I was like, okay. And bro man look at it like, what? And then go up there, and the doctor look at it, he said, I don't understand this. Why this baby shrinking and all that stuff? And then the dude like, well, could you tell us what's wrong? Because we can't go through this again. It'll kill both of us. And the doctor said, hold up, you trying to tell me that this your baby up in her? And then the black dude like, what? Like, yeah. And then the doctor storms out and calls him a colored and all that shit like that. I like, y'all, the reality changing. So we're getting a kind of like an alternate reality kind of spiel. And so The wife comes down and her whole tune change. And she's like, he kidnapped me. He raped the kidnapped me. I'm like, what? And so they run out. He said, wait a minute, bro. I'm like, wait a minute, you get the fuck out of my house and all that stuff. Yada, yada. And the white woman leaves with the doctor. And the doctor says, when he get in the car, you better hope you got an app to make yourself invisible, boy. Like that. I was like, what the fuck? And so the mama and the doctor said, the mama and the voodoo priest or whatever was saying, like, listen, you need to talk to him. Talk to the ghost. And Brother like, I ain't got time for it. Say, no, you need to talk to him. And so when he goes and you see the boy in a black suit or whatever. And when that baby tells him his name, he said, my friends and family call me Bobo, but my name is Emmett. That's when my stomach dropped, y'all. I ain't gonna be much like that's when my stomach dropped. My stomach dropped and my heart stopped. I like, no, bruh. And then when they start showing like the other victims of the civil rights period, them little girls, the recruiters from up north that was trying to help, get the people ready for voting, and Emmett Till's mother, and Martin Luther King, and I like, where's Malcolm X? Oh, this is a different one. I was just wondering when y'all gonna bring up Malcolm X or whatever. And so that hurted my heart. And they was talking about, sacrifice. And then, like, Emmett Till was like, maybe I want to live and all that stuff. And, they was basically talking about his death. Each kid, each person that died during that time period made a sacrifice. And that sacrifice made change now for what happens now in this reality and stuff like that. And so it basically saying like, you brother gonna have to make a sacrifice to change shit back and stuff like that. And so turn around and look, and these SUVs pop up and they got KKK on the side of the door. I said, oh my God, y'all, what's going on? And so it's the KKK police, y'all, and they pull up and they got the congressman, the damn political candidate trying to do for governor, and they all in motherfucking riot gear or whatever, and they start beating up on everybody. They done beat the mama with a stick, beat the got bruh man. They didn't touch the voodoo dude. If I remember right. No, they didn't touch the voodoo dude. And so basically, we see all this shit happen. I think he finally broke when the wife showed up and said, if there's any left of your seed in me, I'm gonna make sure you kill it. And spit in his face. And he said, okay, I'll take the sacrifice. I'll do it. And so basically he died. I guess he died to change the reality back it was or whatever. See, that was kind of, I was a little confused. I said, okay, so he finally changed his tune because his wife said, I'm going to kill this baby. And then I'm starting to think, then it made me think, okay, well, if your wife married you and knew how you feel and knew what you was doing, knew who bed you was lying in, especially you was helping this politician with his campaign and knowing how he is, what's her views on it? You know what I'm saying? Yes, she fucking you and all that stuff and married you and everything, but what's her views on black people as a whole? So they had me thinking of like, okay, and so that's the end of that. So the overarching arc about the whole robo hell. So it's time for them to show the robot to everybody, to all of the not politicians, but reporters and all that stuff like that. And the robot comes out, and he basically doing this, calculating who's illegal alien, who got jail records, who got this, and each one that fit each certain stigma that the folks in the audience lead. And so he said the most dangerous person up here is the robot. Doing the calculation, the robot turns and looks at Dumas Beach, but the robot called him dumbass bitch, and basically started shooting at him, was trying to kill him with lasers and stuff like that. And so he running and everything, and the Undertaker got a truck and all that stuff, and he said jump in, and the motherfucker talking about, you gotta take me to the hospital, blah blah blah, and the goddamn motherfucker called the Undertaker a nigger and all that shit. and all that. And you know, the Undertaker said, "Nigga, you guess what, bitch? The back of the truck. It seemed like the inside of the truck turns into a hearse or whatnot, and so the casket pops open, and Dumas, dumbass bitch, been dead all along. And I'm trying to figure out, okay, well, exactly when did he die? It's talking about welcome to hell, motherfucker." And that was the end. That was the end, y'all. That was the end. And so, listen, was it campy? Yes. Was it some parts made you cringe because the acting was bad? Oh, yes. Special effects subpar in certain aspects, almost most, yeah. But still in the same vein as the first one, I enjoyed it. And there was some in some parts I was happy. I was yeah. Some parts I was like, what the hell y'all got me watching? And other parts I cried. I shed the tears. You know what I'm saying? But I liked it. It was all right. It was decent. Tales from the Hood 2, y'all, is on Netflix right now. Y'all go and watch that shit and all that. And let me know that y'all watched it. Good day, y'all. I got some more reviews coming. They coming up today. And listen, American Horror Story, that's gonna be later on next week. I got some technical difficulty going on, so we're gonna have to handle that, but I will be doing more reviews. So like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I see y'all heathens whenever. Bye.